Please come quickly. Okay. Now, in Nazareth, we are telling to all our people about two major events that happened here. Now, first of all, you need to know that this was a Jewish village in the beginning, and this happened 2,000 years ago. But according to what we know from the New Testament, from the Christianity, Jesus was born over here. So here the angel came to Mary, told her that she will be pregnant. Second event happened in one of the synagogues of Nazareth. Actually, we assume that they had just one in the first century, when it says in the Bible that Jesus entered into the synagogue and read from the book of Isaiah. But now look over here. This is our land. And 30 years ago, we didn't have any ideas what is going to be over here. Actually, the land belongs to the Scottish Hospital, which was here and is here for 160 years, the oldest hospital in the Middle East. And the manager of this hospital thought about building here a village like they had in the first century. So this is what was his idea. We start cleaning up the land, and we found archaeological findings from the first century as well over here, which makes this land right now not just the recreation of a village, but an original farm. For those who believe in Jesus, this is amazing, because we assume that we'll step on his steps, because if this was the farm and this was the village, maybe most of his days of his life he was spending around here, walking, working, even playing. Yeah. And now, and let me tell you why we consider that this might be the farm, because we found up here, this is the center of the city of today, we found approximately 22 houses from the first century. So the village was located up here, from this place to there, just 5 minutes of walking. And now let me tell you about the findings. First of all, the most important one, a wine press. Look over here. See the picture? Outside, you will see the real thing. How we know that this was in use in the first century? Simple. In our country, if you find pottery, you can date that spot. So we found inside of a vat, down here, 23 pieces of pottery, which dates back to the first century, maybe Jesus' time. So this is how we know that this spot was in use in those times. What do you think about the sandals? Do you think that these are original ones? No, not at all. The reason why we placed the sandals here is because they didn't press the grapes with their sandals. No, look over here, see? They press the grapes barefoot. Yeah, now I want to see who is the smartest one in this group. Now is the time for guesses. Why do you think that they press the grapes barefoot? Those have been here before, don't answer to this question, okay? So why do you think that they press the grapes barefoot? Yes, ma'am.
They needed the yeast or something?
No, they didn't need anything. So you are far away, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Anybody closer? Why pressing the grapes barefoot? Let's see.
To press all the juice.
No.
Make the wine.
What? No. Let me tell you. Inside of the grapes you have seeds.
Yeah.
The seeds are very bitter. If you crush the seeds, the juice becomes bitter. So with your sandals, you might crush the seeds. Barefoot, no way. They were very clever. Sometimes I'm wondering why we are not so clever like they were, But I'm not talking about you, of course. Now, look at this door. This is original from the 15th century. You know probably that the Turkish were here. 1517, 1917, the Turkish. So this is a door from that time. We found this in Nazareth, and this was donated to us later on. We have a small door and the big door. The small door is for humans like us. If you want to go inside, it's so simple. You need just to watch your steps, you need to watch your head, and you are inside. But what if you want to bring inside animals, luggages? So you have a big door, see? This is for animals, this is for luggages. Now, some of the Christians are saying that this might be the narrow gate that Jesus was talking about according to Matthew 7, where he says, this is not the eye of a needle, but let me tell you about this. Jesus says over there, if you want to go up into heaven, you need to pass through a narrow gate. The eye of a needle is in another passage, is Matthew 19, and it's a saying that this might be the eye of a needle, which might be true, but we don't know for sure because this door is not from the 1st century, and in our country, if we have 3 people, we have 100 ideas. So please come with me.